Good morning and welcome to the Friday morning breathing exercise. You will possibly either sit down on a chair, make sure that you're feeling nice and comfortable, but make sure that your body stays nice and straight. You don't want to be slumping down. I've got a cushion underneath so that it helps to lift my bum, which then helps to lower my legs, and then it also helps to pad underneath my knees as well if it feels too much when you're sitting in this position. So this morning we're going to do some hand gestures with some meditation and some breathing. So we're bringing everything together that we've learned over the last 8 weeks. I think this is week 9. Yes, it is. So we're going to start with Chin Mudra, or Chin hand gesture, or the gesture of wisdom. There's lots of different names for it. You're bringing your thumb and your index finger together, your pointer finger. You're bringing them to touch each other, and then you're straightening out the other fingers. Now, the thumbs represent your spirituality, so whoever you believe we come from, whoever our creator. And then the finger represents us. And bringing them together create things about the connection between the spiritual and us. And so it's helping us to bring our spirituality closer. We have the fingers pointed out, and we can have them either face up or face down. It depends on how you feel. I prefer face up, but it's everybody's privilege which way they want to do it. So we're letting the hands rest down on the legs, and we're pointing the fingers out. We're letting the hands relax down. We're bringing the shoulders back, and we're pulling our shoulders back. So with this, we're going to work. This gesture tends to work the lower lungs or the abdominal breathing. So when we breathe out, we're just going to try and breathe into the lower part, and then breathing out from the lower part. And we shouldn't feel any movement through the chest, through the sides, through the upper part of the breathing. It should just be in this lower part of our stomach. Now, don't have to worry that, we're not getting any air into the rest of the lungs. The air has to pass all the way through the lungs to get down to the bottom. So it is going into all the lungs, it's just that we're not filling it up. We're just doing it from here. Now, so that's going to be our breathing, that's going to be our hand gesture, this is going to be our seating. Now, for our mind, trying to get that to work as well. Our mind is an amazing thing, but unfortunately, it is also our worst enemy. So our thoughts pop, and they'll run from one thing to the other. They'll do the shopping 1 minute, then you'll be thinking about a holiday last year, and then you'll be thinking about something that's going to happen in the future. So it'll just keep jumping. But one of the main things that it does is it can make us angry. So one of my best things that I try to explain to people is if we're going for a meeting with somebody, we're going for that meeting, and already in our head we've started asking questions. I'm going to say this to that person. She's going to say this back to me. I'm going to say that back to her. She's going to say this back to me. And you can see that already that it's all negative, and it's all, she's going to be horrible to me. And so I'm going to have to say this back to her. And that gets into your body language. So when you go to meet that person, already your shoulders are up, your face is up. And so that person's now looking at you thinking, why are they looking at me like that? What? So they must be thinking this, and I'm going to say that if they start on this. And already the two of you are starting to face up, and you're all in each other's face. But it's already happened in your mind. You haven't even spoken, but already you've had that argument, and you're ready. So what we try to do is to try to think that everything in our head, if it isn't happening, it's a thought. It's not real. It only becomes real if you make it real. So we have to start thinking about knowing that our thoughts are just thoughts. They are not reality. And try not to bring them into our reality. If you can change the thoughts, if you can start thinking, well, that person's going to say this, and then go, hold on a minute, no, that person isn't going to say that because I haven't seen them yet, so I don't know what they're going to say. So I'm going to sort of think, no, they're not going to say that. Every time one of them bad thoughts, they're going to say, no, they're not, because they're not here. It's not reality. It's just a thought. And so hopefully when you go to meet that person, you're shoulders are down, your face, you're thinking, well, I haven't had this meeting yet, so I'm okay. They could be nice. So I'm going to smile. And then when you smile at that person, their thoughts about what this meeting is going to be about changes as well, because they think, well, they're smiling, so it must be positive that we're going to meet. So I'm going to smile. And then all of a sudden, that interaction changes from a to a, oh, hi, how you doing? Oh, you're looking well. And so it becomes a nicer meeting, a nicer way of interacting with people, rather than letting them thoughts in your head control everything that you do. Every time you speak to someone, you're accusing them because something you've seen in the news, all them people. And then all of a sudden, your family, your friends become them people. And so instead of listening to their rationale and listening to them, you're already on the defensive. So we're going to do a breathing, which is about thinking about our thoughts at the same time. Now, the easiest way to do it is just to count our breath. So as you breathe in, you count 1. As you breathe out, you count 2. And we're going to count up to 10, and then we're going to start again. But every time a thought comes into your head, don't run with it. Don't think, oh, what's that coming into my head for? No. Just go, that's a thought. That is a thought. And then start back to number 1. So if you've got some music, always put on some music, because it does help. If you're hearing alarms and cars and people screaming from the other room, that can then take your thoughts off, what they're doing. Oh, what's that? And so again, you're not thinking about yourself. You're not thinking about your breathing. You're not thinking about this moment right now. You're thinking about future, past, and everything in between. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to find a position that's comfortable for you. So seated or sitting in a chair, if you can't get to the floor, that's okay. I want you to bring your fingers into your chin mudra, your chin hand gesture, or gesture of wisdom, and make the fingers touch. You're bringing your other fingers out and you're placing them down on your knees, on your lap, anywhere they want to go. Bring your shoulders down. We're going to breathe out, and then we're breathing into our lower body. And we're thinking 1. As we breathe out, we're thinking 2. As we breathe in, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to start again. So we're going to close our eyes, and we're just going to sit here for about 5 minutes, just thinking about our breathing. I'm going to go nice and quiet so you can think about you and not about me. So we're going to start to think about bringing ourselves back to here. So we just move our shoulders a little, bring our fists and straighten our fingers, move side to side, let our neck just roll, bring our feet up, just let our head go side to side, and then looking over the shoulder, and backwards and forwards. And then if you stretch your legs out, give them a little shake. Hopefully you notice the way that thoughts come in. You can keep your legs straight out. I hope you've noticed the way that thoughts come into the brain. They just come in and they fly out. They come in and they fly out. As long as you know them that they're there and label them thoughts whenever they come in. So today if you can, and if you can for the whole of the rest of the week, try and anytime a thought comes in that's a negative thought, just go, it's a thought. Thought, let it go. Okay, try not to bring it with you into your life. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will post this up onto the different sites. So thank you very much. Oh, hiya Satu.